I want to construct a model of this bedroom. Okay, so for that, we'll first of all start giving the dimension. What is the dimension of that you would have taken in for constructing this bedroom?
Uh, the same size as the one that we made earlier.
Acha, okay. Okay, so let's start. At this would be what 12 feet, then it will be 4 feet, then it will be 16 feet. So we start our rectangle of size uh, 16 feet by 15 feet. Okay. Then I'll double click on the surface. I'll convert it into a group. We'll double click over here. We'll apply pixel depth of 6 inches. Then we'll apply an offset on the top surface for about 4.5 inches of wall. Okay. Then we'll again apply a depth of 6 inches on this wall. Then we'll create a rectangle for wall from over here to here. Then we'll double click on this rectangle and convert it into a group. I'll double click on this rectangle and create a height of about 10 feet. We'll copy this over here. We'll apply the rotate command. I'll double click on the surface. I'll push the loop and connect it over here. Then we'll select the surface and copy it over here. We'll copy the bottom surface at the top as well. Now I'll double click over here and we'll create a side window. Okay. So for that we'll apply the tape tool and we'll connect it over here. Take it as 5 feet on one side and 5 feet on another side, and 8 feet as in height vector. Then we'll create a rectangle. We'll connect these two vertices and we'll remove this surface. Now we'll go to this edit feature and click on delete guide so that all the guides will get deleted. I'll double click over here as well. We'll create a gap of about 6 inches and we'll create a door gap of 3.5 inches. Oh, sorry, 3.5 feet. Then we, at the height of the door, we will take taking into account as 8 feet. So we can create a rectangle by connecting these two surfaces. Then we'll apply the push pull command on this surface and we'll delete these guys. Now hide these surface so that our bedroom may now be visible to us. Now, first of all, we need to create paneling. Okay, so Uh, I have divided, I have taken this method of 12 feet. That means uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want, you can divide the 5 segments into 12 feet. Okay. Or what I'm doing this, I'll first of all create a gap of about 4 feet. This gap will, of 4 feet will be used for this dressing purpose. Okay. Then we'll create a rectangle from this corner to this corner. We'll double click over here and we cannot it into it. We'll double click on this group and we'll create a high, push pull width of 1.5 inches. Now I will select this line. I'll copy this line in red axis and I will paste it over at this corner and we'll click on divide command, divide feature, and we'll figure the number of seconds which we want it to be divided. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or we can see that these type segments are smaller in size and middle segments are a little larger. So what we can do, we can see that there is a group kind of structure also. So it would be about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of groove. So we'll take the groove account in this surface and in the surface. Okay. And there would be a gap of parallel gap of 6 inches as well. So I'll move the surface right side up. I'll move this floor as well as 6 inches, and same I'll do with the ceiling, 6 inches, and I'll increase the surface. Okay. Now we will copy this bottom surface as for this thing. The height should be about 1 meter to 1.2 meter. Okay. So I'll copy this. Or we can use the tape tool. We can apply a height of 4 feet, about 4 feet we are taking, or we can take as 3 feet as well. And I'll go for 3 feet as well. In between we are going for 3 feet differences. Okay. Now, now we'll connect these lines to the surface. Okay. We'll go with the 3.5 feet. Okay. A 3.5 feet size. Now we want an arch kind of structure over here. So for that, we will go with the tape tool. If the arch of 6 inches will come over here. As we are reducing the surface, right? So first of all, we'll create a gap of about 2 inches. Then again, we'll create a groove line for 6 inches. Then we'll go to the component edit and we click on hydra of the model so that the other element may get hidden away. Now we'll create an edge over here and we'll use the R command. So the first point is over here. And before doing that, we can, as you can see that there is a hairline gap as well. So I'm copying the surface over here as well for 1 inches. Okay, I'm reducing it for 1 inches. Now we have to move the surface over here, and we'll reduce the thickness from 1 inch over here as well. We'll double click on it. We'll create a gap of 2 inches over this point as well. Now go to the arc command. We specify the number of sides for arc. Then we specify the first point is over here, the second point is over here. That's point at 10 inches surface. Same thing goes over here as well. Okay. Then we'll move the surface to about 2 inches upward for this gap. Now the total gap between these two surfaces are of 6 inches. So I'll select this surface. I'll go to this flip feature. I'll apply the control command. Then I'll left click and hold and click the left click of the mouse. I'll specify and specify the point. No, we want it to appear in the middle. No? So we'll have to first of all create a line. I mean, then we can meet at the middle point. Now we'll select the surface. Now we'll go to this mirror feature and click by pressing after pressing Control key, we'll click and hold the left plane and We click it over here. In this manner, we have created these two surfaces. Okay. The similar thing goes with over here as well. We'll create a gap of 6 inches first of all, and 6 inches upward. Then create an arc from over here to here, and it should be tangential to each other. Okay. Okay. Then we'll copy these surfaces. We'll copy these surfaces, backline mirror feature, and we'll copy them with respect to green axis. Sorry, red axis. Okay. Now we'll click on delete guides. Okay, so by this manner, we can create these surfaces. Now we want to create a line gap between these two surfaces. So for that, we will copy, first of all, we'll copy these two surfaces in this red axis left side for 1.5 inches, sorry, for 1.5 mm. Okay, then we'll copy them on right side for 3 mm. And then we'll select the surface and we'll copy them by picking up from this midpoint and dropping at this midpoint. And we'll apply it with some darker tone material. Okay. Now we need to create this dressing table. So this first of all, this height from the ground it should be about 600 mm at least. Okay. Okay. Now, so the it can be from 600 to 700 mm. Okay. So first of all, I'll create the mirror first of all. And we can see that there is a gap between the mirror and the floor. So we'll take this gap as of 150 mm. That means 6 inches. And we can see that the mirror, this mirror, it would be about like 2.5 feet to 3 feet of width. Okay. Well, we have taken into account as 4 feet of the total width. Huh? So this would be about first of all create a center to fit distance and we'll apply one fit on one direction, one fit on another direction. And increase its size of 3 inches on both the sides. So we are creating a rectangle for mirror for 2.5 feet width. Okay, and it's a full heighted mirror like eight. It should be about 8 feet to 9 feet of height. So we're creating a rectangle from this corner to the bottom to this bottom corner. We can increase the size to 6 inches. Now we will leave these extra guides after creating this rectangle. We'll double click on it and we'll convert it into group. Then we'll double click on this group and we'll create a gap of round corner. We need to create a round corner for this cycle, right? So we can create from 4 inches to 6 inches. Okay, so I'm taking as 5 inches from this corner and 5 inches from this corner, 5 inches from this corner. Okay, then I'm going to create an arc with that arc tool. This was first point divided, second point divided, and third point is 10 inches. Then we need to create a private chest gap at the bottom as well. Okay, so in this manner we have created the mirror. So uh, we will apply push pull of about 1 inches. Then we will create a border in this mirror for uh, about 5 of border. Okay. This 5 border will act as this black color border that you can see on this surface, right? So we are going to create this as 5 border. Then I'm going to specify its color as uh, glossy black material. Okay. So we are going to the Cosmos, and in Cosmos we'll go to this material feature, and in material tab we'll go to this plastic material option, and here we'll be getting PVC black gloss. So I'm taking black glossy material. I'll import this material. Okay. Then we'll go to this V-Ray material option, and from here we'll select our design material and we'll specify this frame as of glossy black. Okay, I'm going to increase its thickness of 0.5 inches and more. Then I'll move this mouse to subject at 1 inches from the wall. Okay, so I'll double click on this mirror and I'll apply push pull of about 2 of depth, 2 of depth for the mirror. Then for mirror, we'll go to this glass material and we'll go to this plain glass material. First of all, we will import this glass material. Then we'll go to the V-Ray option, and here because it will be acting as glass only. So for mirror, what we have to do is we'll have to go to this reflection feature, and you can increase the glossiness and you can increase this element. But the main thing here that we have to do is we have to turn off this freshness. Only then it will become like a glass. If it's on, then it will act as, oh sorry, if it's off, then it will act as mirror. Like, that means it's a completely reflecting object. And if it is off, then it means it's a glass material, translucent type of material, transfer. Okay, so convert this as off, and I'll change its name as well. So I'll rename this material as mirror. Okay. Now, I first of all click another material from on the table. Then again, I'll select the material, glass material, mirror material. Then I'll select this material and drop it on our surface. Now, suppose I want a light on the mirror wall, so we can offset the surface to about 2 inches or 1.5 inches. Then we'll again offset this to a width of about uh, 0.75 inches or zero point 0.5 inches. Then we'll go to this material feature, MSA material, because it's a front MSA material now. So we will keep its intensity as low as possible. Then we'll select the surface and specify it to okay. In this manner, we have created a mirror. Okay. Now we need to create a pressing counter. So for that, I'll create a gap of about 15 inches. Then from here, from 8 4 then create a rectangle from first corner bit to this. Then we'll convert this corner rectangle into a group and we'll move this group upward the height of 2 feet to 2.5 feet. This is the standard size of the segment. So we have moved it upward at a height of 2 feet. So then we'll apply push pull of 4 inches upward for the drawer and 2 inches downward. Okay, this 6 inches element will work as a drawer. Now, because a mirror is being fixed at the bottom of the drawer to upward full height, so you need to decrease the size of the drawer depth. So for that, I'll create another rectangle of diamond size. I'll reduce the size as size of this mirror. That means the width of mirror. Okay. Okay. I'll double click on this. As you can see that this is about 9 inches. I'll reduce it to about 3 inches on both the sides. Now we have created a drawer as well and as well as a mirror. So for having a good look about mirror, what we need to do is we need to turn on the wall segment. Okay. And now if we'll click on the interactive section of the center, because there's nothing over here, so it can't reflect because the plain white texture, it's reflecting a plain white texture. But when we'll do our complete modeling and I'll apply material, it is going to reflect the material as well. If not, we need to apply the material on the back surface of the sword. So for that, we'll go to the Cosmos library. We'll go to the first of all wood, and I'm going to apply this natural wood. Okay. So I downloaded this surface material, and I'll go to this option. Okay, then we'll apply this wood texture over here. Okay, so we have applied wooden texture at the back of the wall, and we have created a mirror as well, because we are getting reflection from the mirror. But now we want to add backlight to this mirror, and I want to have um, a little warmer color tone for the front of the mirror. So we can change its color tone from over here. Okay, I think it's quite good. So we'll stop it. Then for the back, before going to the back, what I'm going to do is I will add the scene as my animation scene, and I'll double click over here. Now we'll create a border for of about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of, for the backlight. Then I'll create another border for light strip as well for about half inches. For back, I'm going to use another image material because I increase the intensity of this image material. So I'll click on duplicate, and from here we'll increase the intensity of the light. We'll close this. We'll select this material and apply over here. Now I can double click on this surface and apply a possible depth of half inches. Then we'll select this material. We'll apply this material over this surface as well. Okay. Now, if you want, you can add up a mesh light structure as well. We'll reduce its capital 1 inches. Now we can see the emissive light at the back of this mirror as well. Okay. Or because we haven't done any rendering, so first of all, I'll click on the GPU mode. I'll increase the light quality, render quality. I'll increase the render resolution as well. Instead of auto, we'll go with the relay, and we'll, because we are on initial stage, we have to check multiple things. So we'll be going for rapid denoising. Now we can see the light intensity emerging at the back of this wall, right? Okay, we can reduce this warmness to a little cooler environment. So for that, we can stop this, and we'll go to this relay option. We'll go to the material relay, and we'll convert this tone into a little lighter, a neutral tone. Okay. Now we need to apply some material. We need to apply material for this surface as well. Okay. So for this,
Sir, are you recording this lecture now?
yeah. Okay. I'll reduce this intensity as well. Okay. Okay. Now it's a quick time. Okay, I guess now it's fine. Now we need to apply material for this paneling. Na? So for this, as you can see that we uh, I'm taking it into a glossy kind of effect. So I'll go ahead with plastic material. Okay, we'll go with PVC plastic material, but this time we'll go ahead with white material instead of black. We'll go ahead with glossy white material for plastic. We'll close it, and yeah, from here we'll select the glossy white material and we'll apply that material on this surface. Okay. Okay. Now we have applied a glossy material for our paneling. PVC glossy material. Okay. Now we'll stop this. We'll close it. Now we need a furniture bed. Okay. So I'll stop this segment. So for furniture, we'll go to 3D warehouse. Then we're going ahead with this bed. Okay. After bed, then we need some side table as well. Okay. So I'll load this material, import this bed. Now you can see that this is a quite large size bed. So we'll scale this bed because it's not coming in proper size. We'll scale this bed furniture and for sizing, it should be this should be about 7 feet. I guess it's fine now. It should be a 7 feet only. I'm not sure if it's going to be out this way. I think it's fine. I'll delete this site table because it's very normal property. I'll rotate this side and my activity first of all, and we will move this furniture from this middle point and we will drop it at the midpoint of this paneling. Then we'll move this back downward also, and then we'll move it outward for this 25 or 1 inches. Okay, so we have loaded our furniture. Now we want to have a side table as well. So for side table, we'll go to the 3D warehouse as well.
Sir,
Yes, I'm taking
sir,
care
when
of
we
that.
scale bed here, hello. So, sir,
Yes,
we
yes,
scale it
sir.
as a king twin size or random size?
Uh, we scale it randomly, but it should be in proper size. Okay. So that's why after scaling, I checked the size as well. It was of proper size, like 7 feet of width and 6 feet of 7 feet of length and 6 feet of width. These are the standard size of the bed. So that's why I haven't changed it furthermore. So I'll just drag and drop that bed material. Okay. Or what you can do is you can choose another furniture from the 3D warehouse, and it would be of proper appropriate size, I guess. You can choose
Okay.
any other material, any other 3D model from the warehouse. Okay, because the model that we would have selected, it was not of proper size. I'm going ahead with this wooden table. Okay, so I'll import this wooden table. Okay, then we'll apply mirror tool. We'll apply copy command and mirror. So that's fine. Okay. Now, when we go to the flooring, we can see this is a stone texture, right? Hello? Yes, John?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So now what we want is we want to create a stone texture of this kind of like like this flooring. So what we are going to do is now instead of chaos cosmos, what we are going to do is we are going to take the texture from the image. Okay. So for that we'll go to Pinterest, and from here we'll select whatever the texture you feel like good. So we'll go with floor stone texture. Okay. Now I guess this is a quite good resemblance with this coding, right? So I'll be going ahead with this texture, and if you want, you can choose another texture. Okay, whichever do you feel like it's fine. Okay, by you. Quite good compared to the rural smaller uh, ratio, stars. Okay, so I'm downloading this image. Okay, am I audible? John and Ashutosh? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, John, Ashutosh, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I have downloaded a reference image for placing a texture. Now what I'm going to do is I'll first of all will go to the video option. Okay, here we'll go to this material tab, and you can directly go to this generic material option. Okay, now first of all we'll go to the diffuse feature. We'll go to this texture slot feature right over here. Okay, this this texture slot feature, we'll click on that, and we'll go to this bitmap option. Okay, when we go to this bitmap, we now will have to browse the image of the texture that we have loaded. Okay, we'll select that image as from over here. Now uh, we'll move backward here, convert this into a floor. Okay, then after giving it diffuse, click over here, go to this reflection, and go to this glossiness feature, and here load the same image again as for glossiness. Now if you want the object to have a glossy feature, reflecting feature, then you can increase the reflection color, and you can increase the glossiness. If you want a rough texture, you can reduce its glossiness to 0 or 1 kind of thing. Okay, if you want, you can do that, but I want this reflection glossiness to be quite high, so I'll increase it to 0.98 or 0.95. I'll increase this color as well. Now next we'll go to this bump feature. Okay, then we'll go to this texture slot feature, and we'll go to this bitmap, and we'll select the bitmap from over here for the same image. Now I'll reduce the bump amount, so I'll convert it bump into 0.25 of amount. Okay, so we can create a stone texture by adding diffuse, reflection, and bump. Okay, now I'll close this. Before applying this material, first of all, we'll have to scale this material. So before doing that, I'm going to rename this material as a floor stone. Okay, I'll name this material as floor stone. Or now we'll go to this edit feature. Now we can see that this the size of one stone is taking into as 10 inches by 1 feet 8 inches. Uh, but I want a large size of texture. Na? So what I'm going to do is I'll increase its width up till about 4 feet of width. I'm going to specify its width as 4 feet. Okay, now we'll close this window. We'll go to this floor option. We'll pick this material, and we'll drop this material on the floor, and we can go to this texture option, and we can specify the first point from where we want our texture to be placed. You have the feasibility to rotate it or flip it in whichever the direction you feel like. Okay, then you can just simply hit the close feature. Now when we look at the screen, we can have our own self created stone texture. Okay, now if I feel like this is quite
a brownish kind of texture, okay, image. So what I can do is I can change its color. For that we'll have to abort this rendering first of all. Now you can see that we are getting a glossy look over here. Now we'll close this. I'll go to this edit feature. Now we do not want it to have a brownish kind of texture. So for that we'll go to this HSB code, that is hue, saturation and brightness. Okay, I'll reduce the saturation because I want it to have a gray tone. Na? So I'll reduce this to as of 3 texture and I'll increase it to 85%. Oh, what I'm going to do is I'll stop this. I'll go to this color wheel and we'll change its color to a lighter color shade. Now we'll click on this interactive rendering. By this manner, we can change the color, base color of uh, our, our images as well. Okay, from SketchUp only. Now, by this manner, we have created a flow. Now, for wall, what we are going to do is we'll go to the V-Ray option, Chaos Cosmos. We'll go to this paint feature, and here we'll go and select the paint material as uh, okay, we'll go to this material. We'll go to walls. Okay, when we'll go to the wall, na, we can get wall paint material from over here. Then here we'll go and select this wall paint fine texture. Okay, I will close this. We can see that the wall color, we are able to see the wall color, but it's like whitish kind of wall texture. Or if you want to change the floor material, na, you can specify your own floor. If you want another kind of texture, you can use whenever you want to change. You can change it texture from by downloading the image, and you can apply that texture image on the floor. Okay. Now uh, we'll we'll go to the V-Ray. From over here, we'll select the material that we have selected. Then we can specify the material color tone from over here. Okay, change the color to a little off-white texture. Okay, then I will apply this material over this wall. This wall. Say we'll be changing the ceiling as well. So I have just applied this material. Okay, in this manner we can apply the material on the wall as well. So by this manner we can create our own flooring texture. Okay. Now after doing that, we need to add lights and we need to apply some ceiling material as well. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'll first of all create a ceiling. I'll go to the rectangle tool and I'll create a false ceiling from this level to this level. Then I'll convert it into a group and we'll drop it at a depth of 12 inches. Now, as we look into our image, now we can see that we have our ceiling is divided into two surfaces, right? So first one we can drop this at of for 6 inches and this at 12 inches. So copy this edge. We'll copy this edge, okay, and okay, we'll copy this at a gap of 4 feet, and we'll reduce this sizes of 6 inches. Okay, then as you can see that there is a gap between this paneling and this now. So we will reduce its width as 6 inches again. We'll copy the surface at 2 inches at we'll then again create a gap of 1.5 inches, and we'll go to the missing material. Okay, and we'll apply this material over here. We'll go to the screen and I'll select this material. This is a PVC gloss material. So for glossy, I'll convert it into glossy material and I'll increase its reflectivity. Okay. Now because we haven't created the this side segment, okay, so it won't uh, give us a quite good appearance. But like this, we create this now. With it, this interactive rendering tool feature. Okay. Now we need to specify some lights for that. As we look on the screen, we can see this is a profile light kind of thing that we are getting over here. And here are some spotlights. Okay, so I will close this, and for spotlight, I'll first of all create a guideline at this point, and we'll create a gap of about 2 feet. Then we'll go to the circle command. We'll create a circle at the center. Now the number of sides is 100. We'll create a circle for about 2.5 inches. Okay, I'll double click on it. I'll apply copy command. Okay, and I'll double click on the surface and we'll paste in apply paste in place feature. I'll apply control C command. Then I'll double click the surface and we'll go to the paste in place feature. Okay, for about 3 inches of depth. Okay, then I'll double click on this surface and I'll convert it into a component. I'll name them as light. I'll double click over here and I'll first of all drop this at a depth of 5 mm and I'll apply an offset of 10 mm from outside. Sorry, I'll apply a push pull of 5 mm. Then we'll apply an offset of 10 mm. Then we'll create a depth of 3 inches. I'll create a circle for about, okay. Then we'll apply an offset from outside for of depth 20, offset 20 mm. That means 0.75 inches. Inward for 0.75 inches. Then I'll apply a push pull for 2.5 inches depth. and we'll apply the same emissive material over here over the surface. I'll copy the surface inward or diagonal. Then we'll go to the PVC glossy material, white glossy material. Okay, we'll go ahead with this material and we'll apply this surface material over here. And this one we have created an emissive light. Okay, and we'll apply a scale feature as well, so that we can shrink the surface. Okay, now I'll again double click over here. We'll offset it at a gap of uh, 5 inches. Copy it over here. Okay, then I'll what I'm going to do is I'll hide this component. I'll double click over here. I'll copy these surface and I'll copy them at a gap of about 11 feet, and then I'll apply a divide feature and I'll divide it with three segments, or I guess three segments are quite large one. I'll divide it by two segments. So in this manner we have created three holes for light. Now uh, I'll select this light. I'll copy this light from this. I'll copy this light from this line, green axis for 11 feet. Then apply slash and click. Oh, sorry. And I'll copy this at 5 feet 6 inches. Okay, because we have created it as a component, right? So what we can do here is that we can use the IS light, okay, feature, and from over here we can select our desired IS light, whichever light we feel like to. Uh, Suppose I'm using soft display light, so I'll specify the point as point at the center of this light. Okay, we'll go to this. I'll double click on this component and then I'll go to this ISI feature. From here, I'll select the uh, soft display light and we'll switch the light at this point. Okay, in this manner, we have created our IS light. Now, we need to do some setting up for this light. So, for that, we'll go to this IS light feature. We'll specify the intensity of whatever the intensity do we need for this light. We can change its color tone as well from over here. Then we can simply hit on this interactive tool. Now you can see that this light impression on the wall as well. Okay, if you want, you can remove this sunlight from the environment, and you can look at the light from this IS light that we have added. Now, if you look closely, now you can see there is a light effect, bursting kind of effect that we can see at this ceiling corner. Okay, so for that, what we can do is we'll double click on this component. We'll select this light and we'll move it downward at about 4 inches. Now we'll go to the screen and we'll check on our antenna. Okay, 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 okay. So what we can do is, uh, okay, I'll move this mouse up, this light upward at 5 inches. Now if I'll go and take up a look, now I guess now it's fine. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, and we can reduce its height for half inches. Okay, now you can increase the intensity of the light and have a look on this. Okay, so by this manner, we have created our own flooring material for our bedroom. Okay, so uh, we'll keep the today's lecture up till here only. Okay, and tomorrow's next session we'll be studying how to create the TV unit for this bedroom. Okay, so we'll go ahead and look at that thing in the after tomorrow because tomorrow will be the holiday for Durga Puja, right? Sorry, for Dashera. So on Friday we'll do our session, and in that session we'll try to create our TV units for bedrooms. Okay, we have created a plenty of bed walls. Now we need to create a TV unit for the bedroom, and then we'll take up a complete render for bedroom. Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir.